Welcome back to another week of Access Hollywood's Housewives Nightcap. Guys, we are bringing things to the South because we got a Peach with us this week. And guys, her reunion look, I have no words. So welcome, Kandi.
Thank you. I'm glad that I can, be here to dish on all things Dungeon Reunion.
That's like Dungeon Reunion. That's what it is. It also looks like you guys you're not in a dungeon, but it looks very like
burlesque.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It gives you like if you went to a place where they were doing like a burlesque show or something like that. I don't know.
Hot.
It's hot. It's seductive.
It's steamy, which we need to talk about your look. Like you need
head to toe. Give us the inspiration, starting with the hair.
Okay. So what they told me initially was that it was supposed to be 50 Shades of Grey burlesque dungeon theme, right? So I'm like, the queen of burlesque is Dita Von Teese, in my mind. She's like the queen of it. If you think of burlesque, a lot of times you pull her name up if you Google. So I'm like, okay, I wanted to recreate one of her looks because a lot of times she likes to do the retro hairstyles. So I just picked one of them and I did it. So I was like, yeah, I give you a little glamour, a little bit of dungeon.
I love the boobs. Looked so good.
Also, yes.
Thank you.
You really gave us it all. I need to know, what did the other ladies think? Because when we saw that first photo and the teaser, my jaw was to the floor and I'm like, go off.
Well, thank you. So I was the last one to come out on set. And so everybody was like, whoa, okay. Like, Cynthia was like, I'm living for the hair. And, some of the other girls was like, wow, okay, this is not what we were expecting. I mean, I thought that everybody was going to try to give it just some really, really sexiness and go towards the theme a little more. But I noticed everybody else wanted to be just more glamour, the typical glamorous dress or whatever. But I thought that we all were going to, try to go all out for the theme. But I guess I was the only one.
You had the other ladies beat.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Thank you.
So we need to talk about the reunion because not only are you going to serve us killer looks, it does sound like that, there's going to be some things that are going down. So what can you tell us? What can you tease for us?
Of course, obviously, you know that Kenya and Porsha are going to be that you already know. And you already know that Drew is going to be going back and forth with Toya. But one thing that I feel like I can say, because, LaToya already was tweeting about it or whatever, is that somebody from Drew's camp, well, her husband's barber or something, I don't know who the person was, but somebody from their camp came into LaToya's dressing room while she was getting dressed and had like a camera on her and was trying to be funny. It was like, oh yeah, they told me to give you this vitamin C pill or something. Like Drew told me to give this to you or something. I can't remember. But anyway, as you can imagine, they're not friends, okay? So LaToya was pissed. She's like, why do you have people coming in my dressing room, trying to be funny, trying to, put cameras on me? Like, it was a whole mess. And so she came out to the set on fire. Know that. So it was a little, I don't want to give you too much. You're just going to have to tune in.
So is it safe to say that LaToya and Drew do not bury the hatchet?
I would say that would be a safe assumption.
I feel like you're fair to say you're pretty close to LaToya.
Yeah, well, I knew LaToya before she came onto the show. I was actually the one who introduced her to, the group. And, she's a really cool girl. Like, she's super fun. She has no filter whatsoever, like none. But honestly, before coming and inviting her to be amongst the group, I didn't realize how much of a no filter she had. It was like, oh, okay, well, she is really letting these people have it, and she's not holding back.
I think you're like that, Kandi. You're just more polite about it. You're very polite, but you say what you feel.
I definitely say what I feel, but yeah, she doesn't care about the polite part. I think as I've gotten older, you know, and more mature, I try to be a little better about, you know, my words and how I, you know, let people have it or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's just say she has, I have a few years on her, so she has a little bit more time to get there.
You need to teach her.
Yeah, you need to teach her, because I will say this past season, I feel like you were the only one that was like making sense and just like, I don't know. There were so many moments with everyone on this season except for you that I'm like, what is she doing?
Well, I mean, I always like to think that I am like your friend next door, like the girl that you would relate to. I'm never gonna try to be like over the top or, you know, just, you know, putting on just to be putting on. Like, that's just not who I am. So I guess, you know, in a sense, yeah, I would be the person that you would I just say what the normal person thinks.
Right.
Not to say they aren't normal, but some of that stuff is like,
Next level. So, Kandi, this season we got to see Cynthia's beautiful wedding, but we're also seeing Kenya's marriage unravel.
Unfortunately.
What can you tell us about where Kenya is and why, you know, it's so hard to watch her because she was holding on so tight to this marriage, and it's like you just want her to move on and like find someone and be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I think what it is, you know, for a very, very long time, we all know that Kenya, that was like her dream, was to have the marriage and the baby and all of the fairy tale stuff that a lot of us, you know, talk about when we're young, you know, and that's been something that she's been wanting most of her life, you know. So finally she has this husband, she has the baby, but it's not going the way that she wanted. It's just like she really was doing her best to try to make it work, and it just was not working, honey. I was like, girl, okay. Like, I actually really like Mark. I mean, I've had a chance to meet him and hang out with him outside of the group. So it's not that I don't like Mark, because I do. It's just that some of the stuff that happens between them, I'm just like, yeah, sis, I need you to just, you know, stand up for yourself in this relationship like you stand to us all the time. She lets the girls in this group, she lets us have it, you know what I mean? But in that marriage and her relationship, she is so meek and so like, oh, I'm trying to, and I'm like, who are you? You are not the girl that we know. Like, you are totally different in this relationship.
We know that they have been on and off in the past. Currently, they're off. But do you think they will be back on again, though?
Yeah, at this point, you know, it seems like she's moving forward. But, you know, I think, yeah, I mean, at this point, she's moving forward. I mean, if he ever really, I mean, I guess if he really, really tried harder and really pushed trying to do therapy together, doing stuff together, maybe she would be open. But I think she's put in a lot of time waiting for him to show that effort. And I don't know if she's gotten what she wanted. And I think at this point, she's just like, okay, well, I'm just going to move forward.
Good.
Well, we all have that friend, right? Like, that we watch go through this stuff, and it's like,
yeah, you just want to shake her. It's just so stupid. No, I'm just kidding.
It's true though, and we love Kenya, so we send her love. We hope she moves past this officially.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of Kenya too, I know, you know, her and Porsha at it all season, but what about you and Porsha? Like, where does your relationship with Porsha stand? You're laughing already, so we're doing something. So what's going through your mind?
Well, I just feel like it's a constant, you know, like, we're cool, and then we go into this little place of weirdness sometimes, and then it'll go back to, well, we're cool, I guess. You know what I mean? So honestly, I feel like we had a lot to disrupt our friendship. And for me, I can't speak for her, but it was a lot to get past. Now that we have gotten, for the most part, past all of the, things from the past, like, it's just, let's just say we are a work in progress. And I feel like we both have put effort to try to, mend the fence and, and move forward. I mean, I don't know if the trust is ever going to be the same or anything like that, which is, major if you're just saying that you're trying to have a real friendship. But just as us, being girls that can hang out together and have fun with the group, like, I definitely feel like we've gotten to that point for sure.
But I do, do you guys talk about stuff in the reunion? I know it's kind of been teased or reported that some shit goes down between the two of you.
Lauren, you saying shit is so funny. I don't know why.
No, I was like, ooh, I said a bad word.
Like some shit.
I think what it is that, okay, like I said, because of the things in the past, I think there's always triggers. You know what I mean? Like, if you bring up season 9 to me, I'm always triggered. Okay? So, they play those flashback videos. You got Marlo bringing the stuff up from the past. So I'm triggered. So it's not necessarily that it was something that happened in that moment that triggered me. But when you start bringing up all that stuff from the past, like, I'm gonna start thinking about, like, yeah, I don't like what you did. And I don't, you feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, there are some, it's a moment where, I have a reflection.
Yeah.
Which we will love to see. I'm excited for that. And I also don't blame you.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand, I guess I would say season 9, so people don't really know. But the whole, situation that happened with me and Porsha and how we fell out with the thing with Phaedra and all that. It's like, yes, I moved past it or whatever. But it's like when people keep bringing it up, or if people start, playing flashbacks from that time and stuff like that, I'm always going to feel a way about it. There's never going to be a time where I don't have a negative feeling towards what happened at that time,
Kandi, we have watched you on this show. I don't even know. I didn't do the math. All I can remember is I lived at my mom's, and I'm pretty sure I would rush home from school or something. We have watched you for so long. Going into this reunion, shooting this last season, does it look like the end is near for you, or are you still like, I'm loving this, I want to keep going?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I feel like, it's a constant change up in the cast. It's a constant change up in where people are in their lives. I don't know is really my answer. I'm always contemplating when is my time for me to make a move.
Because you have 1 million jobs. You're literally, you have 50 jobs. You don't need Bravo. So it's really up to you, Yeah,
I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, it's definitely, it's a mutual choice, I always say. It's a choice of a person if they want to stay, but also it's a choice of the network if they want you to stay. You know what I mean?
They're not going to get rid of you.
No. But I do hope you handle it better than Nene did, because she did not take it well. So...
Yeah, I'm not gonna speak on that. But for me, it's where I am, I've had a great relationship with, the network, so it's I don't think it would ever be a situation where it would be a bad thing. At least I hope it wouldn't be. But, who knows? I mean, it may be my time to say goodbye, and it may be my time to just be I'll stay a while longer. You never know. I'm still kind of figuring things out.
Makes sense to me. We had Drew come on this season, who was new. Obviously, she stirred the pot a lot, especially those last couple of episodes. That Christmas gift, I am not over. I don't think I will ever be over that.
Mm-hmm. That gift was annoying to me. It was what were you thinking? Now, if she brought that gift, she should have had an entirely backup gift on another, you know, behind her back that she was hiding, to just say, hey, I actually brought this as my other gift, because that was not acceptable. Because for me, I was like, okay, if I would have ended up with that gift, all hell would have broke loose, because I would have been furious. Because, you know, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun. I can't wait to see what the girls brought. You know, that's the way I was thinking coming to this gift. I mean, I knew that people were gonna argue. They always do. But the gift part, I was excited about, you know?
That honestly was a mess. And I will, like, to be honest, as a viewer, I was just like, are you trying to, like, was she trying too hard to start drama where there really wasn't that, like, the prophet thing? I don't even care about that. So it was kind of like, was she trying to secure her spot for next season, but did it all in the wrong ways?
And let me just say this, just for an overall season, honestly, I thought Drew was great as a new person, because I loved how she shared so much of her personal life.
Yes.
Like, she showed a lot with her family, her marriage, what was going on with, you know, her son's father. Like, I felt genuinely she brought a lot with her, and that cassette tape she could have kept.
So would you want to see her come back?
That's exactly what I was going to
I knew you were about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I would. And I know it gave people mixed feelings at the end, but at the end of the day, she shares. You know, a lot of people aren't very open with what happens with their life. You know what I mean? She shared a lot with her marriage, you know, and her husband and all of that. And I feel like that is a good thing, you know, and, you know, when you find people who don't mind sharing their true story, what's happening behind closed doors.
Our next guest, we need the prophet, because we really need to get to know him more and figure out what the hell he is up to. Like, we need to know, are you married? Are you not married? Fiance, not fiance? Like, we just need a full dissection of the prophet.
I felt bad for the prophet, because I'm like, he's not even really a part of our show, but y'all are putting this man on blast, and like, wherever he lives, it's going to be people in his business. So,
yeah.
Prophet, we're sorry. Sorry about that.
Tune in Sunday to see Kandi's dominatrix sexy look in action. Like, comment below.